Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica from Me to You Paper Crafts, and I'm coming to you today with a very simple gatefold card. Gatefold cards are typically cut down the middle and then you open them up like this, but this one is a little off-centered, so I called it an off-centered gatefold card. So this one I made with the Tidings and Trimmings stamp bundle. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And so today I'm going to make this card, show you how to make it using the Snow Wonder stamp set and coordinating dies. So let's get started. Okay, I have all of my materials here. Now all of the cutting and scoring measurements will be in the link below this video. It's a link to my blog post where you'll find photos and everything you need to know about making this card. Okay, so I've already pre-stamped my snowman, and we will cut it out with the die. Here's what the dies look like. It's a great little die set. You've got some label dies here for your greetings. Here's the snowman die here. So I'll be cutting the snowman out. These dies here are very interesting. These actually create just some texture on your card. It's kind of like an embossing folder, but it's metal. So you place this on your cardstock and you run it through your embossing machine, and it leaves these little snowflake imprints. And then we've got some trees that you can cut out. It's just a great little set, and this is for the wreath. So this is what we're doing. This is the panel for the inside of the card. And then we've got our card base, which is basic gray. Now I chose basic gray because of the designer series paper that I'm using. This designer series paper is called Peaceful Place 12 by 12. It is a series of 2 sheets each of 6 designs. And so I've already cut into this paper, but I think I've got some full sheets here to show you. So you've got this beautiful piece here, and then the back is just a simple pale, I guess it's a smoky slate color. And then you have, there's 2 sheets of each. Then you have this one, and it's a whole bunch of different winter cabins in the forest. Very, very pretty. And then you've got this beautiful design on the back. So this is specialty paper because it's got the foil in it. Then this sheet here is trees, and I love this because you can create some great borders on your cards with this sheet. And then this is what the back looks like. It's a wood grain, just absolutely stunning. Okay, and then you've got this sheet, these beautiful, beautiful snowflakes with some silver stars in there. And then this is the back, a beautiful basic gray and smoky slate gingham design or check design, buffalo check design. And then this one is a beautiful one too. You can cut this in 4, and you can cut these out to fit on your cards, or you could make a very large 6 by 6 card if you wanted to. And then this is the back of this one, just a whole bunch of little trees, very pretty. And I think there's one more. Yeah, there's this one more. This is a beautiful sunny, snowy scene with some beautiful sky effects in there. Just gorgeous. You could almost just frame this entire piece, and maybe in some red letters, Merry Christmas on top, or Happy Winter or something. Beautiful piece. And then the back are just some little diamond shapes there. Yeah, so very, very happy with this paper, and this is still available. Even if you purchased it, to plan out your cards for next year. Okay, so that's the paper that I'm using. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we need to do is pull out our trimmer. All right, so this is half a sheet of cardstock. So it is 8.5 by 5.5. And we are going to score this in 2 different places. Let me pull my blade out of the way. Our trimmer comes with 2 blades, a scoring blade and a cutting blade. And that's quite a rare thing for trimmers. So this is a great one. If you're looking for a new trimmer, the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, I highly recommend it. I've had a lot of different trimmers over the years, even before I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this one is, for me, the best one. Okay, so we're going to score this at 2 3/4. And we're going to move to 7 inches. So I'm going to pull out the arm, and I'm going to move to 7 inches next. And I'm going to score that. And that is all the scoring that we need. It's a very, very simple and fast card to put together. So I'm now going to fold over my score lines, and I'm going to use my bone folder to crease them so the card lies flat. Okay, now you could choose to do this way with the wider panel on the right, or you could choose to do it this way with the wider panel on the left, whichever way, you know, floats your boat. Okay, then we have some designer series paper. So this is the fun thing about this card, is that you cut these pieces of paper and then you decide where, you know, which piece is going to go where. So I could do that like that, or I could do that like that, or I could do that like that. Anything that you want. And then you also put another piece on the inside in here. Okay, so it's a matter of deciding what you want to go on the front of the card. I kind of like the trees, like that. And then on the inside, I'll maybe put the wood grain pattern on there. So very, very simple. Once you've cut your pieces, it's very, very simple to put together. So let's just pull out my tape runner here. And then we'll get this on. Okay, and then we're going to do the trees on this side. Now, I like to use my silicone mat when I'm gluing so that I don't get glue all over my work surface. And I'm just going to line this up so it matches the designer series paper on the left-hand side. Okay, so that goes on like that. And then this piece I'm going to put on the inside panel here. I love gatefold cards. And some are made with a belly band to keep it closed, or you could wrap some ribbon around it. And when you decorate the front, there's, there's just tons of things that you can do on the front. So on the front here, you could do a circle on here and decorate that. I am going to do some rectangles here. Now, if I was smart, I would have pulled out my stitched rectangles and cut 2 pieces to match. And I didn't even think about doing that, but that would be, if you've got the stitched rectangles dies, that would be an ideal thing to do. Okay, so on this piece here, let me just get a piece of scrap paper because I want to do some stamping. I decided to make this a monochromatic card, except I'm thinking about coloring the snowman scarf and hat. And I'm going to pull out my watercolor pencils and show you our blender pen to smooth out the watercolor pencils. But I thought I would stamp some gray trees in the background here. So let me just ink up my trees. I love these trees because they've got snow all over the branches. Okay, so I'm just going to, maybe I'll come down here. There's also some little snowflakes in this stamp set, so we could stamp a few little snowflakes in the background too. So just wanted to do some trees. And yeah, let's pull out the snowflakes. There's 3 snowflakes on one stamp here. Let's do these. And we'll do these in gray. I'm going to stamp off so that it's not as dark a gray. So I'm going to ink it up. So what you do is you ink it up, you quickly stamp it off, and then you stamp it on your card. So ink it up, stamp it off, and then stamp it on your card. Okay, so there's some little snowflakes on there, and maybe I'll put some Wink of Stella on there at the end. Okay, now this is going to be glued onto the little gray strip, which is right here. So let's do that. Oh, I've just run out of tape. Just hang on and I'm going to get a refill. So if you've not seen how to change a refill yet, then you're going to put it in with the word Stampin' Seal on the top. And then you're just going to find the holes there and match it up. There we go. All right, we're ready to roll. Now to get it started, I like to use my silicone mat until it gets going. I think we're good to go. All right, so let's glue this on this piece. Now this is a very narrow margin. You could make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to. Okay, so we've got that, and now we will color our snowman. So I like to use watercolor pencils, particularly with the blender brush. So you can purchase these. There's 3 to a pack. In my blog post, I do include a shopping list for everything that you need, and you can pick up color directly from the pencil, or you can dip this in your ink pads and use it, and then you just have to keep cleaning the tip to reuse it again. So it's just a clear liquid inside, and it does give you 2 ends. You see I used green on here last time, and you just keep turning it and rubbing it off to get the color out, and then you're ready to start again. Okay, or the other thing you can do is you can make sure you keep the lids on when you're not using it. The other thing you can do is you know, color like you normally do with pencil crayons, and then you apply this. You brush it on afterwards. So I'm going to show you. So I think I'm going to do his scarf in blue. We just need a bit of pop of color on him. I absolutely love this snowman. If you've watched any of my other videos where I use this stamp set, I mention that all the time. Well, I love snowmen in general. So I'm going a bit darker in areas just to show that there's some shading on there. Okay, and once you've penciled it in, then what you can do is take your blender pen and you just go over it, and it smooths out the pencil crayon. Just gives it a very, very smooth finish. You see, now maybe I should go over the tassels with some color. It's hard to see on camera, but I can see it definitely smoothing that out. Now, I do think we should have I always struggle with this. I want to go monochromatic with this snowman, but I do think he needs his carrot nose. So I'm going to add a little bit of orange to his nose. And I can't help myself, but I'm going to do the berries. And I will do the holly leaves. So my monochromatic card is no longer monochromatic, but I don't know. He just needs a little bit of color, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to go over to my cutting machine and cut this out. Okay, here we have our snowman. So I think I am going to put him on dimensionals. He's going to stick up. Let me just grab my dimensionals here. All right. Let me move my pencils out of the way. And bring back the card. So this is going to be glued on here. So the important thing to note is that you're only going to put glue on the left side of this panel. I decided to use tear and tape, but you could use Tombow, or you could actually use your tape here. Just make sure you know what side it is that you're putting it on. So you can afford to put 2 strips of tape down side by side. Okay, and then close your card. And then put that on there like that. So you're kind of centering this piece with the fold. And then look top to bottom. And there you go. Okay, so it opens up like that. And then we're going to stick him on the top. So look how fast that card is to make. So if you had several, either birthday cards or Christmas cards to make, this would be ideal. Oh my goodness, look how sweet he is. Isn't that sweet? Okay, let's decorate the inside of the card. So this is a typical 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. And I might do some snowflakes along the top, maybe some trees on the bottom. So let me see. I need my gray ink again. So again, let me get out my scrap paper. I'm going to stamp off. Actually, maybe I'll do a combination of them. Snowflakes. I'll stamp and then stamp off. And I'm rotating my stamp. There we go. Just a few snowflakes on the top, and let's do some trees on the bottom. And then that will be our inside panel. And you could do the same sort of thing on your envelope. Make sure you always decorate your envelope. There we go. So we can glue this inside. Okay, there's your card. Now you could add some rhinestones on here. I might add a few little rhinestones. I need to go and get those. I don't have them at my desk. We have so many beautiful embellishments. I typically purchase them all because I like to have a variety. Now we have this wonderful holiday rhinestone basic jewels set. So it's got all of the holiday colors in there. Those are really, really cute. And then we've got red rhinestones. We've got, these are champagne rhinestones. I'm almost out of those. And then here's my regular rhinestones. Yeah, I'm running out. I need to order another package. I also need to order pearls. Pearls and rhinestones. The clear rhinestones are my standbys. Yes, I need to order another package of these. Okay, so let's put some of these. Now, I absolutely love using my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, there is this putty end that I use for picking up my embellishments. So what I do is you don't pick them up, you just push it. I was trying to pick them up in the beginning and it just did not work. So you just push it off. You push it off the paper. Let's just do one of the medium-sized ones. We'll do this big one over here. Okay, so there you've got some little rhinestones on there. And that's pretty well your card done with your inside. So pretty. And let's see, one more thing I want to do. I love my Wink of Stella, so I think I want to add... Now, what's fantastic about Wink of Stella as well is you can color with this as well. So you could pick up color from your ink pad. What I usually do, I don't use Wink of Stella directly on the ink pad because you'll leave behind some glitter. But you can, what I often do is, this is not the color that I would do it with, but I would just ink up, put some ink on an acrylic block like that. And then you can pick up the color from here. So maybe I'll just do it on some trees here. You can add a bit of Wink of Stella there. Okay, and then you just wipe it on a piece of paper, scrap paper, just to get the color off. And then you could continue putting some. Now, when you don't have much left on the tip, you want to give it a very light little squeeze until some of the liquid comes down. Don't squeeze too hard because it will just pour out. Yeah, see, that needed a squeeze. And then I'm going to add some sparkle to the snowman. I'm just going over those etched areas, maybe a bit along the bottom. And a little bit on his hat. Okay, now you can't pick up Wink of Stella on the camera, unfortunately, but in real life it is just gorgeous. It's a very faint sparkle. Look at that. So there you go, a very, very simple off-centered gatefold card. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this with any of your crafting friends. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will be notified of any other videos that I post. I typically do one a week with a Fun Fold Friday. And there you go. There you have it. So enjoy making your own version. Bye for now.